Hi there, this is Rhonda from Rhonda's Close to My Heart or paperdivas.closetomyheart.com. Today I have a little something different for you today. First thing I want to do is I want to show you my Christmas cards I've made. I think I got about 80 made, and I just thought I would run through quickly some of the cards I've made. And then I want you to talk about this cute little mouse here. Isn't he adorable? I love all things paper. Look at this cute little bow with greenery. Today I'm going to show you how I made this. Well, not this one in particular, but I am going to finish one up that I've started, and I'm going to give you a little tutorial on how I made this cute little canvas. This little mouse is one of my favorites, and I've been walking around the house today, taking all the fall stuff down and getting out the Christmas stuff. And then I just got too doggone tired, and I decided to come in my craft room and finish up a couple of these little canvases that I had started for Christmas. And why not show you and share the love, my love for paper of all kinds. I don't know what it is about paper, but I have loved paper since I was young. I remember going into the bookstore and buying notepads. One was made out of coffee paper or something, and something else. And I just have always loved paper, just different kinds of paper. And then, of course, along came card making into my life many years ago. And in the last 2+ years, I've been introduced to napkin art, done kind of in a decoupage way. And I'm really enjoying it. And I've been sharing it with my workshop friends, and they've really been enjoying it. So I thought I would introduce it here on my channel. Some of you may have heard of it, some may not, but I'm going to show you a little bit about it. First of all, let's look at some Christmas cards. Here's a warm winter wishes. I always like to put a little something on top. I'm just going to go through them really quick. I'm not going to get into any big details. Another warm winter wishes with my favorite embossing folder, all decked out with stickles. I'm trying to see if I got a good lighting here. I think it's pretty good. This is one of my favorites. A very non-traditional Christmas card, but it uses Christmas paper. It has the first Noel on it, and Merry Christmas, and beautiful on the inside as well. Oh, and here's another one, very non-traditional, but it's got a beautiful glitter poinsettia. This one I did on the Cricut with one of Close to My Heart's digital collections. And I'm just going to go through these really quick. This one is done with our Silver Bells paper and the Silver Bells card making stamp and thin cut set. This is an embossing folder that we sold last year, and this sticker is from the Silver Bells, and this is from a collection from, actually I think this collection was from the last catalog. Another Silver Bells. Silver Bells. These are all done from the same stamp and thin cut set. I love these little Silver Bells dots. There's white, toffee, and charcoal colored, and they are so dang cute. I love them, love them, love them. I'm up to 3 of them. This one is off of one of our, this is the Silver Bells digital collection. Isn't that cute? I really changed it up. It was just the joy, and I changed it up. And this one was from a pattern from our Make It From the Heart Volume 6 idea book. And I really liked that, and I used gold and silver paint pens around the banners, and this is the charcoal dots from Silver Bells. Get that pile out of the way here. Next up, this is Evergreen scrapbooking set. Don't you just love that church? I think it is so, 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 so cute. Another one with the embossing folder. If you watched some of my other videos, you've already seen some of those. Here's the Triangle Tree collection, which is very popular right now in the November-December book. It comes with 2 stencils, a stamp and thin cut set. Well, they're separate, a stamp set and a thin cut set. And you can just mix and match and do all kinds of really cute things. I made 2 of these. I just wanted to show you the different main trees in them. And of course, stickles everywhere. I cannot get enough of stickles. Here's another card similar to the other one I just showed you, but it's all done in silver. I added all silver to it. The other one had gold glitter paper in the back. Silver stickles. There's a very traditional red and green with the embossing folder. Here's another one. I don't know why I put both of those in there. I was trying to just do one of each, maybe just showing you each. This was the first one I did. And then I went back and tried to make another similar card, and for some reason I couldn't get my poinsettia lined up right. And the blending wasn't as nice, but I still like it. Another one with the embossing folder. Another one with the embossing foil. This one's got some really unique colors. And one more with the embossing. Totally traditionally red and green. I really like it. These are all Cricut cuts on top. Okay, last little pile here. This was from the Home from Christmas collection. Some of these things are still available. I think the paper pack is, but I'm not positive. Home from Christmas. These are from the Home for Christmas digital set. These packages, I just think they're so cool. I love them. I need to play with them some more. It literally is the only card I made with them. And this was from the digital set. And this cute little thing here and this one here, I cut out these out of the Home for Christmas paper. I literally cut all of these things out by hand. But I just think they're so cute. And this is a really old border punch I have from Martha Stewart. And I thought that turned out really cute. And then this is from the Home for Christmas digital set. Perfect little Christmas card. Easiest card ever to put together. This was from the, I think it was the, let me see, September stamp of the month from Owl of Us, it was called. And I made 2 Christmas cards out of that. I love this one. My paper tearing, and I just think it's so cute. And the very last one is another one with the embossing, and this is the one I did the heat embossing on the poinsettias. So this one's really cool. And I did a whole video on this one. It was my very first video I did on YouTube a couple months ago. Okay, well that was it for the cards. Now let's get to the really fun stuff. So I'm working on this Santa Claus. Hope you can see that good. I'll put something behind on my desk so it's not so colorful. Let's put my all-purpose mat down here. Half of an all-purpose mat. These are really nice if you don't have them. They have a kind of a sticky back to them. They don't stay permanent, but there, that's a little better. Getting kind of a shadow. Let's see if we turn this light off. Nope, I like the light. Okay, so this cute little Santa with the Christmas tree, and in the background here you have like a little village. It's a church and a little building there and some Nice, beautiful pine tree. A Christmas tree and a deer and a squirrel. How cute is that? Look at all the presents and the little bear. So what I did on this is I decoupaged the napkin on, which I'm going to show you a little bit of how to do that today because I'm going to do the edges. Now sometimes, like on the mouse, I used ribbon all the way around it. And then I did my bow and decorations on top. Now the back side isn't done of these. Neither one of them have the backs done. And all I do on the backs is I just use a piece of scrapbook paper. And it doesn't have to be matchy-matchy because you're not going to see them both. This is just to kind of finish it off in the back. And I'm going to do that real quick so you can see what I do. I use red line tape. It's really, really sturdy and it works really good for this. Now you can use hot glue, but I don't like the way hot glue looks on paper. So I use this red line tape, and all I do is put this on here. Make sure you really burnish it down so it holds that little flap. Go all the way around it. So let me know in the comments. I would really like to know, once I get this project done for you today, and you can see how I do this, if you are interested in seeing me do more napkin projects. Now, I'm really new to YouTube, and I haven't actually made a whole lot of things. I do a lot of I've done some showing, but I haven't done a lot of making because I'm not real good at editing yet. Not good at all. And I don't want the videos to be too long, so I kind of cut them short, which isn't always a good thing. I'm kind of disappointed in a couple of them that I did that too. And actually even got a thumbs down from one. And I'm wondering if that's why, because I just kind of like cut it off. I just said, okay, I'm done. I'll finish this off camera. And maybe I shouldn't have done that, or I don't know. My opinion is I would never give anybody a thumbs down. I would just simply, if I really didn't like the video, I just wouldn't give it a thumbs up. But I would never give anybody a thumbs down. I just think that's kind of mean. Doesn't help your YouTube channel out at all. So then you just peel these little things off. You take your scrapbook paper, and this is 5 and 7/8 by 5 and 7/8, because this is a 6 by 6 chunky canvas. You can find these at Michael's. The best place that I've found, the best pricing I have found for these canvases is at Michael's. About, I don't know, every few months they have a sale, and they're buy one 4-pack, get 2 4-packs free. And it really makes them inexpensive and has allowed me to do some workshops where I only have to charge $10 for each one of these. So there, that one's finished off now. And it's, you know, it doesn't cover the whole white part. Now this one that I'm going to finish for you is going to look a little bit better because the napkin is going to come around the back. Isn't that just the cutest little thing? Now that will be going in my kitchen. And I use stickles. I did some outlining with a black Pitt pen. By Faber-Castell. Pitt artist pens are used with India ink, and they never smear or anything. They're really nice for any kind of art journaling or anything. But I outlined everything to really enhance the design. And then stickles on the bow and here on the hat. And then I used red liquid pearls on these little berries and on the ornament and on his hat. Isn't that cute? This is one of my favorites for Christmas. I just love it. Okay, so napkin art. I just finished this off. You'll put your napkin on it with Mod Podge, and we use Mod Podge Matte for this. That's the preferred Mod Podge. And then you have to make sure that you take off the extra plies on your napkins. Now this is just this was a regular luncheon size napkin, and I just cut a couple of strips. That's what it looks like. Just white snowflakes, or gray snowflakes, and I thought it would look really pretty with this. I looked through all of my napkins, and this one was the winner. So what you want to do, these are 1.5 inches, because that's what the sides are, is, you can't see me, but I got this wet. My thumb and my index finger wet with just a little bit of spit. If you don't like to use your DNA, you can just use a little tiny bit of Mod Podge. And you just squeeze together and see how those come off. Ooh, I tore that one. It stuck right to my finger. I'll get that done on both of these. Sometimes you get lucky and both come off together like they did on that. Okay, so I think it doesn't really matter where I start at. So I have just a cheap paintbrush. Don't need anything fancy for this. And some Mod Podge, which I usually will pour out into a little container, but maybe I have one here, make it easier. You know, I actually do, and I think it's got some, let's see if it's got some good Mod Podge in it. Yeah, so we can do that. We'll use that. I saved my little jars that my face cream comes in. Some of them are plastic and some of them are glass, and they are just perfect for putting small amounts of Mod Podge, and then you can lid them and it stays nice. So you're just going to take your paintbrush and you're going to, it's a generous amount of Mod Podge on here. Don't worry about getting it over the top of that. It's already been protected with a second coat of Mod Podge. When you're all done and your project is dry, you go over it a second time. Now this one, I'm going to put a little bit on the back edge there because I want my napkin, I'm hoping that it'll go over it. And then you're just going to take your napkin, paying attention to the front here. I want to get it as close to the front as I can without going over the edge. And then you're going to just pat that down and hold on 1 second. I forgot one thing. My craft room has spilled over into my computer room. Now this is a plastic deli sheet. I bought it on Amazon, a box of 1,000. You can use just plastic saran wrap, but these deli sheets are really nice. So you're just going to put that on there and you're just going to smooth it down. Now I use the edge of the napkin here, and so it has kind of like that embossed effect on it. And so this will help smooth those out. So that's all you're going to do. Make sure you go over the edge a little bit and get that down. Same with the front. And I'm going to show you how nice this looks. If you really pay attention to how you're putting that napkin on the front of it, then it looks really nice. It'll blend right in. See that? You can't really even tell where one starts and one ends because I used a really nice coordinating napkin with the gray and the white. It actually is perfect. And see, now I have a little bit of an edge back here, so when I put my paper on, that won't show. Now this black line is from drawing a line because I wanted to make sure I had a straight piece. This is from a pit pen, which if I heat this, that'll go away, but it won't matter, it won't show. Or not a pit pen, I'm sorry, a friction pen. Frixion. They use them, it's made by Pilot, and they're used by seamstress a lot to draw lines, and then when you iron it, it disappears. But we, in the napkin world, use them often for this, because if you're in a hurry, you can use your heat tool that you would use for your paper crafting, and you can dry your napkins if you want to hurry it along. I usually just take my time or work on a couple projects at the same time, so I don't have to worry about drying them. But the workshops I've done, you know, people don't want to be here all day. I got a cat hair. There we go. Thank you, Jack, my fat cat. I got a little napkin left over here. And, but that I think will just cover right up. I don't think that will matter too much. So then we're just going to keep going around here, paying attention to my front more than the back, because I don't really care what the back looks like. Give that a pat. Go to a new part of the paper. You don't want to use the same part because the old Mod Podge will stick to it. Make sure you go around your edge. These are so much fun to make, and they're very easy to make, and they make beautiful gifts. I have made so many of these, and mostly I give them away to my mom, my sister-in-laws, my friends, whoever I think might need you know, a pretty napkin project. See that? That one's not quite as good, but it's not bad. It's not bad. And then we have just a little piece left over right there. And we're just gonna put that on there. And then we're gonna start with our next napkin. And I'm just gonna continue on here. Just make sure you got all of it covered. You don't want any spots that are not covered. Now, one of the reasons I like picking a napkin like this is because there is no pattern really start and finish. So get the side matched up as good as possible there. Trying not to overlap too much, just a little tiny overlap there I got. Lay that down, pat it, new spot on the plastic. You can use these plastics over as long as they're completely dry, but when they're wet, you do not want to use them in the same spot. So if you were doing the whole front, you would want a new one for each surface you're doing. You just kind of carefully pull them off. See that? Oh, I am really, really liking that. And this dries really fast too. It doesn't take long, so it doesn't matter if you lay down the one side because it dries really fast. This is the last side. And I'm really glad I picked this napkin for the sides of this. It looks really, really pretty. Okay. paying attention. I'm going to have to dry this one. I've got it turned around. I got my Frixion pen line in the front. So I'll have to dry it and that will disappear. So, like I said, let me know in the comments if you would like me to see, if you'd like to see me make one of these from start to finish. I would love to. Today, all I'm doing is this, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of tutorial on what I do for embellishment on the front. Oops, I want to just make sure that's down on the edge there. And then I come to my last side here, and I'm going to trim this off. So I started right on the edge. I'm going to just trim that off and put a little bit of Mod Podge. And remember, we use Mod Podge Matte is the best thing for the napkin art. Now, that's on a canvas. You can use hard coat if you're doing project on glass or something. Which that reminds me, I have a plate I want to do reverse decoupage on, and I haven't done that yet. I want to do that, so that's on the side there, but I don't think it'll matter much. How cute is that? It just looks so nice with that white napkin. And that's all done. And I am going to show you really quick what happens if I hit that with some heat. Just be noisy for a second, but you can see that line there, right? That little black line on the front. I used my heat tool, and voila, it's gone. Isn't that just so super cute? Now, when the side dries, I will go over the whole side. I've already done the front. When the sides dry, I'll go over the whole thing with another coat of Mod Podge. You always want to put a top coat on to protect your surface. And then the only other thing you would do would be to put your backing on it, which I chose this one. It says family, celebrate, love, peace, believe, you know, just happy, magic, tradition. And I thought it was pretty. And so I'm going to use that on the back side. And it goes nice with that. So I'll put that on in a minute, but I'm just going to dry that. And I'll put that lid on. And I just want to show you what I do for embellishing. This is my favorite, diamond stickles. And all I do is wherever I want some shine, I take my stickles and I just squirt it out. Let me see. This one is near empty, so it may want to dry up on me. I think it started coming out. I never want to run out of the diamond stickles. And the reason I like the diamond so much is that it's clear glitter, kind of, with just a little bit of white to it. I'm not sure I'm going to get any out of this. But anyway, you just basically squirt it on. But I think this one is bone dry. I think it is gone. Never fear, I got another bottle here somewhere. I I have a brand spanking new bottle. This is made by Ranger, and you can buy this stuff anywhere that sells paper crafting stuff. So I'm just going to dab it on all my Christmas bulbs. I may do a little pen work. Not going to go over them all because I need to do my sides. I may do a little pen work down here on the presents. Maybe the star, just to kind of let those come out a little bit more. Now when the stickles dry, they flatten a little bit. It looks like a big ball of it right now. There you can see it. But they'll flatten out, and then it'll be more of an iridescent look like that. It just kind of takes on whatever color. I don't have any other up in my room right now, or I could show you. Some, you know, other colors. And actually, I just looked and saw one, and this is amazing. So I have to go like this because I need to show you this. This is a project I did with the instructor of who teaches me this, and her name is Miss Tracy. I've done some crackle on it that didn't show up real well, but these are all napkins. And I had so much fun. It's a big wooden tag. I had so much fun making this. It's painted with watercolors. And then all of these are napkins. I've done no coloring to these. These were as they are. I've done a little painting over the tops of some of the napkins so that they look like they're in front of and in back of each other. That's one of my most proud projects. I thought it turned out really, really nice. So that is it for today. I hope you really enjoyed this project, and if you enjoyed the content of my video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love it, and I will try to bring you things that you enjoy seeing. Like I said, I like all things paper, art journaling. Oh, I was going to show you this. This is a napkin, and this is just a little miniature composition book, and I'm going to do some of these for stocking stuffers. I also have this size. It's the half composition book, and I'm going to cover these, and that might be something I will do live too. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.